Hey guys, it's Naya and I'm back with another video. And today I'm going to be doing a story on the time I pulled up on my boyfriend at the time and it was a girl there. Let's get into it. Okay. So y'all already know I gotta give everybody in the story nicknames. But for this story, I just decided to name them boy and girl because, yeah. So, I'm just gonna get right into the story, y'all, because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning now. And I just don't want anybody to wake up, like my kids to wake up and interrupt the video. So I'm gonna try to get right into it and, just get to the point. Okay. So this story was a couple of years ago. I was young. I was working my first job and I didn't have a car at the time. So my first job that I was working at the time was Michael's. I really hope I'm not talking really low. Do I sound low to y'all? But so the job I was working at, y'all, it was Michael's. And me and this boy had been together for about a year at the time, like probably over a year. And yeah, we had like previous problems in our relationship at the time, so we was like to a point where like it was towards the end of our relationship, but we were still together. And so I was working at Michael's, y'all, and this girl that's in the story, we had previous problems with her in the past, our relationship. And so like a month before this happened, I was at his house and I went to his phone and she had sent him a naked picture on Facebook. But he had deleted their messages, so the only thing that I could see was the only thing that was in her messages was the picture of her. So, we had gotten into it about that. This was a couple months before this actually happened. And so, yeah. So, okay, the day that all this happened, I was at work and I was a cashier. So, like, I was usually working the register. But I remember this day, like, the store was kind of slow. And my manager had asked me if I wanted to leave early. And I had told her no because I had already told my ride that, I got off at 9 o'clock and that's what time it was going to be here. So I was just like, it's okay, like I'll just work to then. It was only probably like an hour and 30 minutes left when she asked me that. And I had been on the register all day. So I was just like, no, like I'll just wait this extra hour. Plus I wanted that money. So she was like, okay, well, do you mind stocking up? Do you mind stocking up until, close time or whatever? And so, like I said, I had been on the register all day. So when she asked me to stock up, I was like, yeah, because I was like, this is good. I can get on my phone now because I'm gonna be in the back. I couldn't be on my phone when I was in the front. So I was like, yeah, I was kind of glad that she asked me to stock up. So I went to the back. She told me where to stock up at, but really the whole time I was back there, I was on my phone. So I was checking like my text messages and all that stuff. And I got on Instagram, and the first thing I seen when I opened the Instagram app is the girl. She had posted a video of my boyfriend, his sister. She had posted a video of his sister. And they were at his house, and I knew it was his house because I had, that's my boyfriend. I was there all the time, so like I knew it was his house. And so I knew that she was posting the video for me to see it. Like she wanted me to know that she was at his house. Like I knew that's why she was posting the video. So I'm kind of just like, like, okay, that's weird. And I texted him, I asked him what he was doing, and he didn't text me back. Like, he wasn't really texting back like that. He was texting slow all day, like texting back slow all day. So at this point, it's about 8:30, and I'm just ready to get off because I'm like, as soon as I get off, I'm about to, you know, pull up to his house. So it's 8:30, and I called my mom and I told her, I was like, you can go ahead and come get me or whatever from work. But I was really just saying that because when it was time for me to get off, I just wanted to like get off and go. Like, I didn't want to wait for nobody to come. I wanted to already be out there. So my mom was like, okay, your cousin on the way to get you, because my cousin was at the house when I called. She was like, I'm gonna send your cousin coming to get you. I was like, okay. So my, like, probably like 10 minutes later, my cousin called me and was like, I'm outside. It was like 8:40, 8:45 at this time, and it wasn't like exactly time for me to get off. But my manager, y'all know, she asked me did I want to get off early, and I had said no. So I had went up to her and I was like, my ride's outside, like, is it okay if I still leave early? And she told me like, it's okay, like, go ahead and leave early, because I had already cleared out my register. So I clocked out, got in the car, and as soon as I got in the car, I was like, can you take me to my boyfriend's house? And my cousin was like, yeah, where he stayed? And I told her where he stayed, and she was like, okay, I'll take you. And she was like, but first I gotta go to back to your grandma's house because I gotta do something for your mom or whatever. So I was like, okay. So we went back to my house, and my cousin went inside. She was talking to my mom. I went inside. I told my mom, I was like, look, she about to take me to my boyfriend's house or whatever. My mom was like, asked me like, are you staying? And I was like, no, I'll be right back. Y'all, I couldn't tell them what I was about to do. I didn't tell them like what was going on, but I just told them like I'm about to go to his house and get something that I left over there or whatever. Like, just something, like, I'll be right back. I didn't tell them because I knew if I told them like I think a girl there and I'm trying to do a pop-up, like, they wouldn't have took me, like my cousin wouldn't have took me, and my mom wouldn't have like no. So I just didn't say anything. But so I told my mom that, you know, I was going there and I would be back. And she was like, okay. So I went back to the car, and now I'm just waiting on my cousin. I'm just waiting on my cousin. And she's like in the house for like 10 minutes talking to my mama, and I'm just sitting in the car patiently waiting for her to hurry up and come back out. I'm trying to be calm, but like, he still haven't texted me back. Since I texted him when I was at work and saw that, he still didn't reply to me. So okay, y'all. Okay, so yeah, I was sitting in the car waiting for my cousin to come back out, and so she finally came back out after like 10 minutes of talking to my mom, and she finally came back out to the car. And I was going to put his address in the GPS, and she was like, oh no, like, I already know where it's at, because I had told her where it's at. She was just like, she already know the way there. So I was like, okay. So it's probably like a 15-minute drive from my house, like 15-minute drive. And we got there to his house, and immediately I told her, I was like, hold on, like, don't pull off yet, because I gotta make sure somebody here. Mind y'all, I didn't tell her what I was going there for, so I was just like, you know, I want to make sure like I'm not pulling up for no reason, like, you know. So I told her, I was like, don't leave yet, I'm just gonna make sure somebody here. So I got out the car, and when you first pull up, like, his window was like the first one. When you first pull up, his window was right there. So I walked up, tiptoed up to his window, and like, I put my ear to the window, like, to see if I could hear anything. And immediately, like, as soon as I got close to the house, I heard like music and stuff. But when I got to his window, I heard like talking, but it wasn't like a girl. It wasn't a girl talking. It was like boys talking or whatever. So I was like, okay, that's his friends. I recognized like his friend voice or whatever. So I was like, okay, that's his friends. Like, okay, damn, maybe I'm tripping. Like, maybe I just put up for no reason, and I'm about to look crazy, because like, I knew that they had seen the headlights outside, or like, so now I gotta go knock on the door. So at this point, you know, I had heard his friends in there, so I'm thinking like, okay, nobody here. Like, I'm just tripping. But I'm still about to go, you know, to his door and act like I'm just here, you know, to get something. Because I don't want to make it just seem like I'm just crazy doing a pop-up. So I go walk to the front door and I knock on the door. And when I knocked on the door, like I said, they were playing music. So when I knocked on the door, the music stopped. They had turned the music down. And he answered the door. He was like, "Who is it?" And I was like, "It's me. Open the door." And he didn't open the door. Like, he just like paused. Like, the whole house, like when you pulled up in the yard, you could hear a lot of music. But when I said it's me, the whole house just got quiet. So I said it again. I was like, "Open the door. It's me." And so he opened the door. Like, he cracked the door, and he was like standing in the crack, like, and I could just see it on his face that he was like, "Oh shit." Like, he was just like not expecting me to be there. So I pushed the door open, and when I pushed the door open, behind him on the couch, the girl was sitting there on her phone with her legs up in the couch. Like, I still remember how she was sitting and everything. I still remember like everything, every detail. She was sitting like with her feet up on the couch, and she was turned to this side on her phone, like comfortable. So when I saw her, I like immediately I just punched him in the face. I punched him, and we just started fighting. Like, we just started fighting. I just like I blacked out because I know it was other people in the living room. I know it was like a lot of people in the house, but I just blacked out when I was fighting him. I don't remember, like, really remember anybody that was in the living room at the time. So while we were fighting, his friends came out of the room, like they were trying to break it up. His mom came out of her room, and she was like, "You need to leave," like, cause y'all, we were always fighting. We were always fighting. Well, I was always fighting him. He would never hit me back, but I was always fighting him, like, every time I go to the house. So she was just like, you know, "You need to leave. Like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm gonna call the police, da 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 da." So at this point, my cousin in the car, she heard the commotion and shit. So she walks up to the door, and she's like backing me up, and she was like, she just told me like, Naya, chill, whatever. And I'm just cussing. I'm just like, "Fuck y'all, fuck everybody, fuck all y'all." I was just going off on everybody in the house or whatever. And my cousin was just like, "Girl, like, fuck this, like, you know, we need to go." They talking about calling the police or whatever. So the whole time, like, this shit was going on, the girl, like, she was on the couch the whole time. She just, like, she didn't even move. She was just on the couch on her phone. I remember, like, after I got done fighting him, I looked at her, and she was just looking like what? Like, "Bitch, you know, you wanted my nigga this whole time," whatever. Like, so I didn't care. I left. After that. I fought him, whatever. I left. And he texted me. He started texting me. He was like, "Come back." He was like, "It's not like that. Like, she was just here with my mom and da da da." He was telling me to come back. And I just like wasn't really texting him back no more. I was just like, you know, whatever. So I got back home. And he's just texting me. He was texting me all night. I remember I blocked him. And y'all, this is when Kick was popping. So I blocked him on Kick, and yeah, he had like, I remember I woke up the next morning, and he had messaged me from another one of his Kick accounts or whatever, and he had just like sent me a long paragraph telling me like it wasn't like that, like she wasn't there with him, blah 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 blah. And so yeah, we didn't break up after this. Like, I eventually did start back talking to him. Like, we did get back together after this shit happened. But when we did get back together, I just cheated on him the whole time. I'm not even gonna lie. Because it's like, once you play with me, like, once you play, you know, just don't play with me first. Because I'm gonna play you worse. You know, so I did take him back. But when I took him back, this happened in October, y'all. I specifically remember this happening in October because I remember whenever I was at work and I was stocking up on Halloween stuff. So I always remember that this happened in October. And so after this shit happened, we stayed together for like 2 more months. Actually, we did stay together for 2 more months. And that whole 2 months, I was cheating on him with this dude. I was cheating on him with this dude, and I mean, yeah, that's really it to this story. Like, I pulled up and that was it. He didn't hit me back. Like, all the times that I would hit him, he never really hit me back. But yeah, we broke up like 2 months after this because he found out I was cheating on him. Like, of course I'm gonna cheat on you. You just play me like that. But like, y'all, before this happened, I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't cheating on him. It was just like we was having problems in a relationship before this happened, but I haven't cheated. I never cheated on him before this happened. It was just like, this was just my, you know, this was the end for me. Like, that's it. And yeah, so we broke up. We never, you know, like, really brought that back up, to be honest. Like, it was just something that happened. He really convinced me into believing that it wasn't like that. And yeah, so one thing I can say, y'all, one thing I can say is God do not play about me. God do not play about me, because the reason why I say that, and I don't play about my guy either, but the reason why I say that is because anytime somebody ever did me wrong and I was like doing nothing in return, they karma always end up worse. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, they karma, God be doing his thing for me. Like, I just sit back and wait for shit to happen, because yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that. God do not play about me, baby. So yeah, after this shit happened, we broke up, they got together. They've been together ever since then. But like I said, God don't play about me, y'all. And that's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, I decided I wanted to tell this story tonight because I knew it was gonna be a quick story. It wasn't gonna take too long like my last one did. And I was already up, like I said, it's like one about to be 2 now. And I was already up doing work, so I was like, let me tell a quick story time while I'm already looking decent enough to do so. So yeah, y'all, that's it. That's pretty much it, y'all. Yeah, that's it. I beat his ass. I beat his ass and dogged his ass out after that. And God don't play about me, y'all. Just remember I said it. Bye, y'all.